Why are you in this place? You should be working on the filing assignments I assigned you, right? Sarah Miller, the new hire, was sitting by herself in the break room when HR Director Robert Thompson scoffed at her. Sarah glanced down at her sandwich and her eyes filled with tears. Unnoticed, I watched this incident from the doorway. I am 45-year-old Michael Anderson, the CEO of Tech Innovation Incorporated after 5 years overseas. I recently returned to the company's headquarters, although nobody is aware that I've done so yet. What's going on here? Excuse me. I spoke directly to Thompson. Who are you? Are you new to this place? No, I'm not. The CEO is myself, Michael Anderson. Thompson's face was devoid of color. Mr. Anderson. However, how? When did you return? Only today. Would you mind telling me what I just heard? Thompson began making halting excuses. As you can see, this is a component of our new training program for employees to develop their training and character. How does humiliating and isolating a worker qualify as training? My rage had reached a breaking point. Would you please come here, miss? What is your name? Sarah walked hesitantly up. Sir, my name is Sarah Miller. Sarah, could you explain how you ended up working for our organization? Yes, sir. I received my computer science degree from MIT. I submitted an application via your innovation hiring initiative. Although the interview process was difficult, I was overjoyed to get admitted. I understand. And since joining us, how have you been treated? After a moment of hesitation, Sarah answered quietly. Since I've been here for 2 months, I must admit that I haven't been given any programming assignments. I've been working primarily as a secretary, but today I was informed that I wasn't good enough to join the team for lunch. My rage was becoming out of control. I looked over at Thompson. Describe yourself. Why is a worker treated this way after being hired for her programming abilities? Thompson made an effort to protect himself. Mr. Anderson, new hires must become familiar with their roles. They cannot expect to be treated like senior employees simply because they stroll in. They must merit their position, waste their abilities, and crush their soul to earn their place. This company does not stand for that. Please get your belongings together and come to my office, Sarah. There, we'll eat lunch and talk about your potential future position with this organization. Sarah appeared astonished and optimistic. Really? Thank you, sir. That would be. Obviously. As of this afternoon, you will be moved to a role that truly makes use of your abilities. But you can't just, I said. Thompson, get everyone in the conference room right away. I must make a significant announcement. Thompson's shocked face became white as he nodded. Let's go, Sarah. It's time for this organization to start identifying and developing potential. Tech innovation was always intended to be about that. Sarah's eyes glistened with tears, but they were tears of hope. Sarah, pay close attention. This business was established with the idea that gifted people need to have the opportunity to thrive, irrespective of their upbringing, age, or level of experience. We were expected to judge individuals on their skills and interests rather than their degrees or length of service. Sarah gave a solemn nod. It appears that we have deviated greatly from that vision while I have been away. However, today is the last day of this. We are going to transform this business into what it ought to have been from this point on. There will never be any more mistreatment of gifted youth like you. In front of every employee, I'm going to make a big announcement on changes to our company's policies. Every employee who has experienced unjust treatment will have their circumstances improved, and those who continue to support this toxic culture will suffer severe repercussions. Sarah's eyes gleamed with delight and thankfulness. We're going to appropriately identify and make use of your skills, Sarah. This business should function that way, and not just for you. These adjustments will benefit all employees. Our company is being reborn today, and the young innovators of your generation will be leading this transformation. Together, let's transform this sector. I'll be there for you at every turn. Sarah, hurry up. It's time for tech innovation to enter a new era. There was a noticeable sense of tension in the crowded meeting room. I was prepared to speak to the entire company as I stood at the front. Ladies and gentlemen, During my 5-year absence, our company's core values have been severely compromised. I'm deeply disappointed by what I've witnessed today. A murmur spread through the room. I could see Thompson shifting uncomfortably in his seat. Just hours ago, I found one of our brightest new hires, Sarah Miller, eating lunch alone because she was told she wasn't good enough to eat with her team. This kind of behavior is not only unacceptable, it goes against everything tech innovation stands for. Gasps and whispers filled the room. Further investigation has revealed that many of our recent hires, brought in through our innovation recruitment program, have been relegated to menial tasks instead of utilizing their talents. This ends now. I paused, letting my words sink in. Effective immediately, we're implementing a complete overhaul of our company culture and policies. We will return to our founding principle, valuing talent, creativity, and innovation above all else. Age, tenure, or background will no longer be factors in how we treat our employees or assign responsibilities. I could see a mix of reactions: shock, relief, and in some cases, excitement. To begin with, Robert Thompson is hereby removed from his position as HR Director. Mr. Thompson, you will report to our new talent development team for retraining on our company values and modern HR practices. Thompson's face turned pale, but I continued without pause. We'll be conducting a thorough review of all employee assignments. If you feel your skills have been underutilized or you've been unfairly treated, please come forward. We want every single one of you operating at your full potential. I saw hope dawning on many faces, particularly among the younger employees. In the coming weeks, we'll be rolling out new initiatives to foster innovation, collaboration, and personal growth. This includes a company-wide innovation contest, mentorship programs, and a complete restructuring of our project teams to ensure diverse perspectives and skill sets. The room began to buzz with excitement. I understand this is a significant change. Change can be uncomfortable, even scary, but I assure you this is the path forward. This is how we'll not only survive but thrive in today's fast-paced tech landscape. I took a deep breath before delivering my final point to our senior staff. I challenge you to embrace this change. Your experience is valuable, but so are the fresh perspectives of our younger employees. To our newer employees, don't be afraid to speak up and share your ideas. This is your time to shine. Tech innovation was founded to be a place where innovation flourishes, where great ideas can come from anyone, regardless of their position or background. Today, we reclaim that vision. Together, we'll build a company that doesn't just keep up with the future of tech, we'll define it. As I concluded, the room erupted into applause. I could see tears in some eyes and smiles on many faces, but I also noticed frowns and worried glances among some of the older executives. The road ahead wouldn't be easy, but it was necessary. After the meeting, Sarah approached me, her eyes shining with excitement. Mr. Anderson, I can't thank you enough. But are you sure about this? It's such a big change. I've never been more sure of anything, Sarah. This company needs your talents, your fresh perspective, all of you. Now, tell me about that project idea you mentioned earlier. I have a feeling it might be just what we need to kickstart our new era. As Sarah began enthusiastically explaining her eye-driven accessibility project, I couldn't help but smile. This was just the beginning. We had a long way to go, but for the first time in years, I felt tech innovation was back on the right path. The real challenge was yet to come: implementing these changes, dealing with resistance, and truly transforming our company culture. But looking at Sarah's passionate expression, I knew it would all be worth it. We were about to change not just our company, but potentially the entire tech industry, and it all started with a chance encounter in a break room. In the weeks that followed, tech innovation underwent a radical transformation. The implementation of our new policies wasn't without its challenges, but the energy in the office was palpable. 1 month after the initial announcement, I called another company-wide meeting. As I stood before my employees, I couldn't help but feel a sense of pride in what we'd accomplished in such a short time. Good morning, everyone. It's been a month since we embarked on this journey of change, and I want to share some updates with you. The room fell silent. All eyes focused on me. First, I'm thrilled to announce that our company-wide innovation contest was a resounding success. We received over 200 project proposals, each one showcasing the incredible talent we have in this company. A murmur of excitement rippled through the crowd. The winning project, an AI-driven accessibility platform proposed by Sarah Miller and her team, will be moving into full development starting next week. Sarah, sitting in the front row, beamed with pride as her colleagues congratulated her. But that's not all. The contest revealed so many promising ideas that we decided to greenlight the top 20 projects. Each will receive funding and resources for development. The excitement in the room was palpable. Now, we've also completed our company-wide skills assessment and reassignment process. I'm happy to report that 78% of our employees are now working in roles that better align with their skills and passions. I paused, noting the satisfied nods around the room. However, our journey isn't over. We faced resistance, and I know change isn't easy for everyone. To address this, we're launching a new mentorship program. We're pairing our experienced staff with our younger innovators, fostering an environment of mutual learning and respect. I saw a mix of reactions, enthusiasm from many, apprehension from some of the older staff. I understand that some of you may still have reservations. Change can be uncomfortable, but I want you to know that every single one of you is valuable to this company. Your experience matters, and combined with fresh perspectives, it's what will drive us forward. Just then, the door burst open, and my assistant rushed in, looking flustered. "Mr. Anderson, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but there's an urgent call. It's Mark Sullivan from Tech Gwant Corporation." A hush fell over the room. Tech Gwant was the biggest player in our industry, a company we've been trying to land as a client for years. "Thank you, Jenkins. Everyone, please excuse me for a moment." I stepped out to tape the call, my heart racing. When I returned a few minutes later, I couldn't keep the smile off my face. I apologize for the interruption. That was indeed Mark Sullivan, CEO of Tech Gwant Corporation. It seems news of our changes, and particularly Sarah's AI accessibility project, has reached them. They're interested in not just becoming a client, but potentially partnering with us on the development. The room erupted in cheers and applause. Sarah looked shocked, then elated. This right here is what happens when we value innovation and give everyone a chance to shine. Tech Gwant specifically mentioned our new approach as a key factor in their interest, their excitement about working with a company that's ahead of the curve in both technology and company culture. I let the excitement settle before continuing. This opportunity with Tech Gwant is huge, but it's just the beginning. The changes we're making aren't just about improving our company. They have the potential to influence the entire industry. We're not just adapting to the future, we're shaping it. As the meeting concluded and people filed out, chatting excitedly, I noticed Robert Thompson hanging back. He approached me, looking uncomfortable. "Mr. Anderson, I owe you an apology. I was wrong about the new employees, about Sarah. I see now what I couldn't see before. If you're willing, I'd like to be part of this change." I smiled, extending my hand. "That's exactly what I wanted to hear, Robert. Welcome aboard. The real work starts now." As I watched Thompson walk away with a newfound sense of purpose, I felt a surge of optimism. The road ahead would still have its challenges, but we were on the right path. Tech innovation was living up to its name at last, and the best was yet to come. 6 months had passed since our company's transformation began. The partnership with TechGAN was in full swing, and tech innovation had become the torchbearer of the industry. As I walked through the office that morning, I couldn't help but marvel at the change in atmosphere. The once rigid, cubicle-filled space had been transformed into an open-plan office with collaborative spaces, whiteboards filled with ideas, and a palpable buzz of excitement. I spotted Sarah huddled with a diverse team, including Robert Thompson, discussing their latest project update. My assistant, Jenkins, approached me with a tablet in hand. "Mr. Anderson, you have a video call scheduled with the board of directors in 10 minutes. Also, Time Magazine is online too. They want to feature tech innovation in their company's Reshaping the Future issue." "Thank you, Jenkins. I'll take the call with Time after the board meeting." As I settled into my office for the video call, I braced myself. Despite our recent successes, I knew some board members were still skeptical of our rapid change. The faces of the board members appeared on the screen, a mix of familiar and new. We had recently added 2 younger members to bring fresh perspectives to our leadership. Michael, we reviewed the quarterly reports. The numbers are impressive. Thank you, Diana. As you can see, our revenue has increased by 40% since implementing our new policies. Employee satisfaction is at an all-time high, and our talent retention rate has improved significantly. That's all well and good, Michael, but what about long-term stability? These changes you've implemented, are they sustainable? Excellent question, James. I believe they are not just sustainable, but essential for our long-term success. Our partnership with Techgan has opened doors we couldn't have imagined 6 months ago. We're not just keeping up with the industry, we're setting the pace. I have to agree with Michael here. The innovation coming out of tech innovation in the past 6 months has been remarkable. Our competitors are scrambling to keep up. The younger board member, Zoe Carter, spoke up. If I may add, our new policies have made us the top choice for graduate recruitment. We're attracting talent that would have previously gone to the tech giants. The meeting continued, and by the end, even the skeptics seemed cautiously optimistic. As the call ended, I felt a sense of relief and pride. We were on the right track. Later that afternoon, I called a company-wide meeting. As employees filed into the auditorium, there was an air of anticipation. Thank you all for coming. I have some exciting news to share. The room fell silent. First, I'm thrilled to announce that our AI Accessibility Project by Sarah Miller has been nominated for the National Innovation Award. The room erupted in cheers. Sarah, seated in the front row, looked stunned. This nomination isn't just a recognition of Sarah and her team's hard work. It's a testament to what we can achieve when we value every voice and every idea in this company. I paused, letting the excitement settle. Secondly, Tech Innovation has been selected as one of the top 10 companies to work for by Fortune magazine. They specifically cited our innovative company culture and commitment to fostering talent at all levels. Another round of applause filled the room. But perhaps the most exciting news is this. We've been approached by the Department of Labor. They want to use tech innovation as a case study for workplace innovation and equality. Our model could help shape labor policies nationwide. The excitement in the room was palpable. I saw proud smiles, colleagues hugging each other, and even a few tears of joy. This success belongs to every single one of you, from those who embraced change from the start to those who were skeptical but came around. We did this together. As the meeting concluded, I noticed Robert Thompson approaching Sarah, engaged in animated conversation. The sight of the former HR director collaborating enthusiastically with the young programmer he once dismissed brought a smile to my face. That evening, as I prepared to leave the office, I paused by the window, looking out at the city skyline. The journey we had embarked on 6 months ago was far from over, but we had already come so far. Tech innovation wasn't just living up to its name, it was exceeding all expectations. It served as a powerful reminder. Sometimes, the biggest changes start with the smallest moments. As I turned off the lights and headed home, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, but also new opportunities to innovate, to grow, and to make a difference, not just in our company, but in the world. I thought back to that day in the break room, the chance encounter that sparked this transformation. A year had passed since our company's transformation began. Tech innovation had become a beacon of progressive workplace culture and cutting-edge technology. As I walked into the office that morning, I couldn't help but reflect on our journey. The lobby was bustling with activity. A film crew from a major news network was setting up for an interview, and a group of students from a local university was being given a tour. Our open door policy had made tech innovation a popular destination for those wanting to see the future of work in action. Jenkins approached me, tablet in hand as usual. "Good morning, Mr. Anderson. You have a busy day ahead. The interview with CNN is in an hour, followed by a meeting with the innovation team." Oh, and Sarah wanted a moment of your time before the big announcement this afternoon. Thanks, Jenkins. I'll see Sarah in my office now. As I settled into my chair, Sarah knocked on the doorframe, a mix of excitement and nervousness on her face. Come in. Sarah, what's on your mind? Mr. Anderson, I wanted to thank you. A year ago, I was eating lunch alone, feeling worthless. Now I'm leading a team that's changing lives. Our AI accessibility project has helped thousands of people already. Sarah, you did that. You had the idea, the skills, and the drive. We just got out of your way and let you soar. But that's just it. You created an environment where that was possible. And now, with the expansion plans. Yes. Are you ready for the announcement? I think so. It's a big responsibility, but I'm excited. You'll do great. Your team in Silicon Valley will be lucky to have you as their leader. After Sarah left, I prepared for the Southeast Inn interview. The reporter, Lisa Chen, was known for her tough questions. Mr. Anderson, a year ago, Tech Innovation was just another tech company. Now you're being hailed as revolutionaries in both technology and workplace culture. What sparked this dramatic change? It all started with a moment of clarity, Lisa. I realized we were squandering our most valuable resource, the diverse talents and perspectives of our employees. Once we began to truly value and nurture those talents, innovation flourished. But surely it wasn't that simple. You must have faced resistance. Oh, absolutely. Change is never easy. We had to overcome decades of ingrained corporate culture, but the results speak for themselves. Our revenue has doubled. Our employees' satisfaction is at an all-time high, and we're producing technology that is making a real difference in people's lives. Speaking of which, I understand you have a major announcement to make today. That's right, but you'll have to wait for the press conference like everyone else. After the interview, I joined the innovation team meeting. The energy in the room was electric as always. Ideas were flowing freely, with junior members contributing just as much as seasoned veterans. Finally, it was time for the press conference. The auditorium was packed with employees, press, and industry leaders. A year ago, we embarked on a journey to redefine what a tech company could be. Today, I'm proud to announce the next step in that journey. Tech innovation is expanding. We're opening new offices in Silicon Valley, London, and Tokyo. The room erupted in applause. But this isn't just about geographic expansion. We're also launching the Tech Innovation Foundation, a nonprofit arm dedicated to using our technology to address global challenges. From climate change to accessibility for the disabled, we're committed to being a force for positive change in the world. As I continued to outline our plans, I could see the pride and excitement on the faces of our employees. This wasn't just my vision anymore. It belonged to all of us. After the conference, as the excitement buzzed through the office, Robert Thompson approached me. Michael, I never thought I'd say this, but thank you for giving me a second chance and for showing me a better way. I was so wrong about, well, everything. Robert, your willingness to change, to learn, and grow, that's what tech innovation is all about. We're all learning together. As I looked around at the vibrant, diverse teams collaborating, I thought of Sarah preparing for her new leadership role and the news crews capturing our story to inspire others. I felt a deep sense of fulfillment. The journey we started a year ago in that break room had led us here, to a place where innovation thrived, where every voice was valued, and where we were using our success to make the world a little bit better. And we were just getting started. I smiled to myself. The future was bright, and tech innovation was ready to lead the way. 2 years had passed since our transformation began, and tech innovation had become a global powerhouse in the tech industry. Our expansion into Silicon Valley, London, and Tokyo had been incredibly successful, with each office developing its own unique culture while staying true to our core values. On this particular morning, I found myself in our Tokyo office, preparing for a global virtual town hall meeting. As I adjusted my webcam, I could see the faces of employees from all our offices popping up on the large screen before me. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us across all time zones. Today, we have some exciting announcements to make. I saw Sarah's face among the Silicon Valley team, beaming with pride. Her leadership had taken our AI accessibility project to new heights. First, I'm thrilled to announce that our AI accessibility technology has been adopted by the United Nations as part of their global initiative for inclusive technology. This means our innovation will help millions of people around the world. Cheers erupted from all corners of the globe. Secondly, Fortune magazine has named Tech Innovation as the most innovative company for the second year in a row. This is a testament to all of your hard work and creativity. More applause filled the virtual space. But perhaps our most exciting news is this. Tech Innovation is launching a global education initiative. We are partnering with universities worldwide to create a new kind of tech education program, one that emphasizes innovation, ethical technology, and inclusive workplace cultures. The excitement was palpable, even through the screen. This program isn't just about coding or engineering. It's about shaping the next generation of tech leaders who will carry forward the values we've embraced. We're calling it the Tech Innovation Future Leaders Program. As I continued to outline the details of the program, I could see the pride and enthusiasm on the faces of our employees around the world. This wasn't just a company anymore. It was a movement. After the town hall, I had a series of one-on-one video calls with team leaders from different offices. When Sarah's turn came, she was practically bouncing with excitement. Michael, the response to our UN partnership has been overwhelming. We're getting calls from governments and NGOs worldwide. They all want to implement our technology. That's fantastic, Sarah. You've turned that lunch break idea into something that's changing the world. How does it feel? Honestly, it's surreal. Sometimes, I still can't believe how far we've come. But it's not just me. It's everyone here. The culture you've built makes anything seem possible. As our call ended, I leaned back in my chair, reflecting on our journey, from a chance encounter in a break room to a global tech leader changing lives around the world. It had been an incredible ride. Just then, Robert Thompson, now our Global Director of Employee Development, pinged me for a quick chat. Michael, I've been thinking about our education initiative. What if we also included a program for mid-career professionals? Many companies are struggling with the kind of transformation we've undergone. We could help guide them through it. That's an excellent idea, Robert. Draft a proposal, and we'll discuss it next week. This could be another way for us to spread our message and help shape the future of work. As the day wound down, I took a moment to walk through the Tokyo office. Despite the late hour, many team members were still there, engrossed in passionate discussions about their projects. The energy was infectious. I stepped out onto the balcony, looking out over the Tokyo skyline. The city lights twinkled, reminding me of the countless ideas sparking to life in our offices around the world at any given moment. 2 years ago, we set out to change our company. In the process, we ended up changing an industry. And now, we were working on changing the world. All because we decided to value every voice, to nurture every talent, and to believe that innovation can come from anywhere. As I turned to head back inside, I smiled to myself. We'd come so far, but I knew this was still just the beginning. The future was boundless, and tech innovation was ready to help shape it, one innovative idea at a time. The journey that began with a lonely lunch in a break room had turned into a global movement. And the best part, we were all in it together, united in our mission to use technology to make the world a better place. As I re-entered the bustling office, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, new ideas, new opportunities to innovate and inspire, and we were ready for all of it. As tech innovation continued to grow and evolve, our impact on the tech industry and the world at large became increasingly profound. 5 years after our initial transformation, we found ourselves at the forefront of not just technological innovation, but also social change. Our global education initiative, the Tech Innovation Future Leaders Program, had expanded to partner with over 200 universities worldwide. We were shaping a new generation of tech leaders who understood the importance of ethical technology and inclusive workplace cultures. The AI accessibility project that Sarah had started had grown into a full-fledged division of the company, developing cutting-edge solutions that were improving the lives of millions of people with disabilities around the world. Robert Thompson's idea for a mid-career professional program had blossomed into the Tech Innovation Corporate Transformation Institute, helping other companies navigate the challenges of modernizing their workplace cultures and embracing innovation at all levels. On the 5th anniversary of our transformation, we held a global celebration across all our offices. As I prepared to address the company from our New York headquarters, I couldn't help but feel a sense of awe at how far we'd come. 5 years ago, we embarked on a journey to redefine what a tech company could be. We started with a simple idea, that every voice matters, that innovation can come from anywhere, and that by nurturing talent and creativity, we could change the world. I paused, looking at the faces of employees in New York and on screens from offices around the world. Today, I stand before you not just as your CEO, but as a proud member of this incredible community we've built together. We've revolutionized the tech industry, yes, but more importantly, we've shown that it's possible to be wildly successful while also being ethical, inclusive, and focused on making a positive impact on the world. I saw nods of agreement and proud smiles from Tokyo to London, from Silicon Valley to our newest office in Nairobi. But our journey is far from over. As we look to the future, we face new challenges. The pace of technological change is accelerating. Issues like AI ethics, data privacy, and the impact of technology on society are more crucial than ever. But I have no doubt that together we will meet these challenges head-on. I took a deep breath before continuing, which is why today I'm excited to announce the launch of Tech Innovation 2.0. This initiative will focus on developing technologies that directly address the world's most pressing issues, from climate change to global health, from education access to economic inequality. We're committing 50% of our R&D budget to these efforts over the next decade. The announcement was met with thunderous applause and cheers from around the world. But Tech Innovation 2.0 isn't just about technology. It's about doubling down on our commitment to fostering a global culture of innovation and responsibility. We'll be expanding our education and corporate transformation programs, working to spread the values and practices that have made us successful to every corner of the tech industry and beyond. As I concluded my speech, I felt a wave of emotion wash over me. I thought back to that day in the break room, the lonely new employee eating lunch by herself. The spark that had ignited this incredible journey 5 years ago, a chance encounter, reminded me of the importance of valuing every individual, of nurturing every spark of talent and creativity. Today, that reminder has grown into a global movement. Each of you, with your unique talents, perspectives, and ideas, has contributed to this success. Together, we will continue to innovate, to inspire, and to make the world a better place through technology. The celebration continued long into the night, with employees around the world sharing stories, ideas, and dreams for the future. As I made my way through the New York office, I was stopped by a young intern, her eyes shining with excitement. "Mr. Anderson, I just wanted to say thank you. I've only been here for a month, but I already feel like my ideas matter, like I can make a difference. Is this how it always was at Tech Innovation?" I smiled, thinking back to where it all began. Not always, but this is who we are now and who we'll always strive to be. Remember, the next big idea, the next innovation that changes the world, could come from anyone, even someone eating lunch alone in the break room. As I watched her walk away, filled with purpose and enthusiasm, I felt a profound sense of fulfillment. We had created something truly special at Tech Innovation, a place where talent was nurtured, where innovation flourished, and where every individual had the opportunity to make a difference. The journey that began with a simple act of kindness and recognition had transformed not just our company, but an entire industry. And as we look to the future, to Tech Innovation 2.0 and beyond, I knew that we would continue to push boundaries, to innovate, and to use our success to make the world a better place. In that moment, I realized that this was the true measure of our success, not in profits or market share, but in the lives we touched, the innovations we'd sparked, and the culture of creativity and compassion we'd fostered. As I left the office that night, looking out at the city skyline, I felt a renewed sense of purpose and excitement for the future. The best was yet to come, and together we would continue to shape that future, one innovative idea at a time.